Well, hey everyone, it's Scott again with OnlineIncomeBlogger.com, and let me just say something before we get started here. The reason that I got inspired to do this was for a friend of mine and also my father. They were both curious to see how I was earning money by selling a book when they know that I'm not a book writer. And I thought to myself, you know what, rather than tell them over the phone, why don't I shoot a couple videos showing them how I do it, and then they can basically try it themselves. So then I got to thinking, well, why not publish this on my blog and just give it away? I mean, why not? If anybody else out there is watching and can get, success at this, that would be awesome. And if you do, let me know, because I would love to hear about it. So I'm not going to be holding anything back here. I'm going to show you exactly what I did, and then you can model it. It's really that simple, and it can be rinsed and repeated. So keep that in mind. But the first thing we need to do is market research. That's where a lot of people don't do market research. And this is so much different than going after like a niche site. If you've ever tried to build a niche site, or go after certain keywords in Google because you're trying to get organic traffic, it's nothing like that. It's so different. All right, so let's get ripping here. So we go to basically you go to Amazon first. You're going to want to go to Kindle, and then you want to go to Kindle Books. Doesn't matter how you get there, just get there. All right, and then what you want to do is go Kindle Bestsellers. And then from here, this is really important to understand right off the rip. This is the top 100 paid books in all of Kindle. In all of Kindle. So right now, this book right now is #1, which is getting hundreds, if not thousands, of downloads a day. All right, and this one over here, this row is the top 100 free. And this is how you can actually promote your book and get it in the top 100, and then you can get a ton of downloads. And actually, I did get mine in the top 100 in one of my books, and is doing really well. That's actually the one that I was talking about. And all I did was use the tools that Amazon gave me, because think about this. Amazon is a marketing machine. They know what they're doing. I mean, everywhere you look, they've done research to see how to get people to kind of click through and check other things out. So with that being said, these two areas right here, you're going to want to pay attention to. All right, now look at all these categories over here. So this is in all of Kindle books, but we're not going to try to get on the #1 or the #1 book for Kindle ebooks. That's going to be really, really hard. And I'm not saying you can. If you did, that's awesome, but I wouldn't shoot for that. All right, but look at all of these different categories that we have. Now, one thing that I've noticed is, fiction sells really good. I'm not a fiction writer. I haven't went down that road yet. I may try to find a writer and have them write little mini Kindle fiction books, short stories. I mean, those are really, really popular. But we're not going to do that. So what I basically did is I went in here and I tried finding something that I am interested in. Health and fitness and diet, we all know it's a huge market, and a lot of times you don't want to try to enter that market because it's so competitive. But that's the market that I wanted to try to get into. Children's ebooks is another one. I have kids, so that's another one that I wanted to get into. And then the other one is like self-help. So if you go into even nonfiction, you'll see there's some self-help. There's spirituality. That's a good one. So those are good. If you get into mystery and thrill, that's all fiction and stuff like that. But those are a few. Arts and photography, that's a good one. But the ones, if you're solving a problem, which diet and fitness and weight loss and all that stuff, we know that's what you're doing. So that's going to be a good example to show you. So let me just dive in there. So what you're going to want to do is figure out one that you want to explore, and then go into that. So health and fitness, just click on it. Now the cool thing is it tells me, okay, out of all the books that are listed in health, fitness, and dieting, it shows me all of the top selling ones. Now, again, I'm not looking to get on this page right off the rip, because that's going to be very hard to do. But what I am going to do is try to drill down a little bit further, because this is a little bit broad. These are all subcategories inside of health, fitness, and dieting. So we have alternative medicine, beauty and fashion. I'm not going to read them all, but you can see, right? So the one that I'm looking at, let me see, diets and weight loss. That's what I'm into. I'm into eating healthy and working out. So that would be one that I would want to take a look at. So click on that, and I might even have more categories. Aha, I do. So now out of this here, out of health and fitness, diets and weight loss, there's 3 other categories. I could drill down even further, see? So now here, this I would want to try to get in as far as in this category. All right, so what you can do now, right off the rip, just so I can show you what I'm talking about. If we said, okay, this book is number one, let's see what a number one ebook, number one book, and this is $12.99, by the way, which is very expensive for Kindle, but look it's got 39 reviews, it's 4 stars, which is great. And this one here, Skinny Thinking, 5 Revolutionary Steps to Permanently Heal Your Relationship with Food, Weight, and Your Body. Okay, that one there, 99 cents. Now, I will talk about that a little bit down the road. You're going to want to ultimately try to get it at $2.99. 99 cents just kind of gets you some sales rolling, gets you some reviews, and we'll talk about that later too, because reviews are very critical. And the price point, obviously, if you go over, or if you go $2.99 or over, you get into a 70% bracket where you'll make 70% of the money. When you're at 99 cents, you only make 35%, which is only about 35 cents. All right, at $2.99, you're making about $2.05 a book, and that is what I set out to do. All right, so if we went here now, let's just click on the number one book, and let's just see the rankings. Now, this is 272 pages, too big for me. I only want a book that's maybe between 50 and maybe 75 pages, 80 pages tops, all right, because then I can have a writer do it for me. But if I look down here, this is a very, very powerful thing. 99, number 99. This is what we want to be paying attention to when we're searching and when we're doing research right here. So this is Amazon Bestsellers rank. This is rated 99 in the entire paid Kindle store. Not in diet and weight loss, not in, dieting. In the entire Kindle store, it's ranked number 99. This book is getting hundreds, if not thousands, of downloads. It's doing very, very well. All right, now what you want to look at next is the categories that it's in. So basically, it already tells you that this is a hot niche because look at Kindle Store, Kindle Ebooks, health, fitness, dieting, diets, weight loss, and then diets. All right, it's ranked number one there. It's ranked number one here in nutrition, and it's ranked number one in personal health, women's health. So it's ranked in 3 different categories, all number one. All right, so that's how you decide, okay, as far as, well, that's not how I didn't just tell you how to decide, but that's how you rate how well a book's doing, okay? Now, if you get a book here that's like 100,000 maybe, it's probably only getting 1 or 2 sales every couple of days, if that. You want to try to get a book that's going to be, I usually try to use a rule of thumb, in the top 100 of a certain category, I want to get it where it's about, I don't know, 50, 60,000 tops. Then I know it's getting between like 2 and 4 sales a day probably. Like ranked 50,000, you might be getting 1 or 2 sales. All right, it varies. It's not a science to the exact. It's really kind of like a hit or miss. Like sometimes I've been ranked 20,000 and I've had 6 downloads or 6 sales. So you just don't know. It can fluctuate. All right, so anyway, let's go back to that area, and I'll show you now. Okay, so now that was the best. All right, now that would be awesome if we got there. I'm not really thinking that I'm going to get there because that's going to be a tough one to crack. But here's what I want you to do, because this is what I did. Okay, I want you to scroll all the way down to the very bottom. Okay, and I want you to look at the number 20 spot. Okay, the blood sugar solution. Okay, now here you're going to get some ideas too. You're going to say, blood sugar, that's being talked about. We're talking about Slim for Life, okay? Fast and lasting weight loss, okay? We're looking at, here is the, I don't even know how you say that, the paleo or whatever diet, the 4-hour body. So you kind of get ideas, juicing recipes. Okay, so we're getting ideas here, the 17-day diet. All right, we're getting ideas. I'm not looking in the free right now. The free can be misleading, so don't look at that yet, all right? But here's what I want to do. I want to go all the way to 61 to 80, all right? And then I'm going to take and go all the way down to the 80th one, and I'm going to be looking and seeing what other books are in here, calorie, fat, king, carbohydrate, I'm seeing power foods, okay? So I'm seeing all this stuff. Juice again, so people are interested in juicing. The 8-hour diet, that's a popular one, right? Let me go to this one now. Well, let me go to this one because this one here is $2.99, this one's $7.99. Let's just see this one. So let me click on the 79th one, And then let me scroll down to this. It's 8,588. Now some of you might be saying, wow, that's kind of high. No, that's actually really, really good. That means that that one right there at the 79th position is still selling. I've been in this rank before. They're selling probably between 20 and 30 books a day at 8,500. All right, they're number 1 in cookbooks and reference, and 15 in food and wine. Okay, not even health and fitness, and then 20 in health and fitness, but they're 8,588 in the paid Kindle store. That is so good. So what this is telling me that is if I can get into the top 100, I'm probably going to sell some books. So now the other thing I want to look at is how many reviews does this book have? It's only got 2. Okay, so all you got to do is get a few more reviews, because reviews drive your ranking. It basically tells Amazon if your book is good or not. So you get reviews, and we'll talk about how to get them later. But you have reviews. That's what drives you. And then basically getting sales. The more sales you get, the more it drives it up. And the way to get it to drive up is to use a KDP Select promo, free promo, which I'll talk about in another video. I'm just trying to show you how to pick a certain niche and how to see if it's going to do okay. So let's just go back, and just for kicks, let's go to the 100th one. Let's go all the way down to the bottom here, and then let's go 81 to 100. And let's see. Okay, here's a 7-day green smoothie Kickstart. Okay, another one about shakes and stuff, juicing. Okay, blood sugar again. There's blood sugar. That's 91. Running sucks. That's funny. Let's see. Keep going all the way down, and right here. Okay, so this one right here is $2.99. It's crock pot recipes. All right, 135 pages, and let's scroll down to the ranking. 10,433. It's doing pretty good. It's selling probably between 10 and 20 books a day, depending. And again, it's number 5 in cookbooks, food, wine, and special appliances. That's weird. But anyway, so yeah, that's doing okay. And let me just show you something real quick. For those of you that don't know me, okay, and my friend Jim and my father that's watching this, because that's who I'm making the video for as well. See this book right here? Thin Body, The Magic of Walking 10,000 Steps, Scott Walker. That's one of my books. Okay. I just published this. It's 36 pages. I've got 8 5-star reviews. And let's see here. Scroll down. I published this. Well, it shows it up top. It's 10,273 in the paid store. It's number 2 in health, fitness, dieting, exercise, fitness, and walking. 17 in real books, which I don't even sell a physical paperback of this, hiking and camping. And 25 in health, fitness, exercise, and fitness. Okay? This book I had written. I did not write a word of that. I did go in and edit it, and I did go in and make sure that it was formatted and everything, which I'll talk about as well. But that's 36 pages. Oh, I published it right here, March 11th, 2011. And right now, we are April 12th is where we are right now. So it's just about a month. All right? So a month ago, I published this, and right now, I'm in the top 100 in diet and weight loss. All right? From a book that I didn't write. And this is only 99 cents right now. Why do I have it at 99 cents? Because it's still early. It's only 4 weeks old. I'm going to let that go and continue to get 10 to 15 to 20 sales per day, continue to drive my reviews up, and then as these continue to stay good and keep climbing, and I'll show you how to get reviews too inside the book. You always want to tell people to leave your review after they get done reading it. But in this cover right here, I created this myself because, you know, that's my background, but you can go to Fiverr and have one of these made for $5. All right, and people do that all the time. But again, let me just say something. You want these books to be quality. You don't want them to be crap. That's why you do want to go through them, and you want to make sure that they are giving good information that people are going to. Actually, this is something that I was doing myself. I still am. I enjoy walking, and I try to get my 10,000 steps in, and that's why I chose this, because I was interested in it. So try to create something that you're interested in too, so that way if you wanted to expand, you could. Like I said, and this is like a mini website for me. I mean, if I wanted to, I can start driving people to a squeeze page and start getting email addresses and all that stuff. I'm getting way ahead of myself here, but you can see that I'm pretty excited because it's it's awesome. I mean, look at this. You can never do this before. And Amazon, once you show them that you're getting good reviews and you're getting sales, they will help market you. Okay, you will start showing up down here. Customers who bought this also bought this. All right, so very, very important. Let me go back now. One last thing. I just wanted to show you that because I thought it was funny as I was going through there. Now, that's in diets and weight loss. Now, that's our ultimate goal, to get into there, then to get into health and fitness and dieting. But here, we want to drill down even further maybe. Maybe now we go into diets. Let's see, if I go down the tree even more, go to another subcategory. Now look I went to diets, I've got 4 more categories. The further you go down the tree, okay, and you can still see that they're selling books, the easier it's going to be. Let me repeat that. If you start right here at the tree, the top of the tree, and then we basically click on that and it drops us to another category selection that we can choose, and then we pick another one, and then from there we pick another subcategory, and then from there we pick another subcategory. It becomes easier because there's less competition. I hope that makes sense. So now if I go into diets and then I go into weight loss or weight maintenance, let's go into weight maintenance. And then from there you can see there's no more categories. So I basically bottomed it out. All right. Here's what I want to do though now. Now what I want to do is take this, okay, which has 57 reviews. It's 99 cents. Let's see how many sales or the ranking that it's getting right now. It's got 200 pages. That's a big book. But let's just see. It was April 1st, 2010. So it's got, again, something else you want to look at is how long has it been there? That's going to tell you if it's going to withstand. Sometimes people, put out a new book and it'll do good for, a week or a month, and then it'll drop off. This is showing that it's selling on a regular basis. So let's go down here, and 170 in the paid store. I mean, that book is doing well. I mean, that one's selling hundreds of copies a day. All right, and it's only 99 cents, but I'm guessing that this person isn't necessarily doing it for the money, because if they're only at 99 cents, they're probably doing it to get people to come over to a blog or a website, and then from there continue to nurture that relationship so they can become a customer eventually. All right, but anyway, let me go back. So that's number 1 spot in weight maintenance. Now let's go all the way down, and you're starting to see a trend here. You're starting to see a lot of these other books. All right. Let me go here, 81 to 100. Let's just jump all the way to the bottom and see if we were able to get it in the top 100 here somewhere. Let's find another one. Let's see. Let's go all the way down and see if there's something that relates and something that's in our price range. Let's see. South Beach Phase 1. I don't like that because South Beach, I wouldn't do that because then you can infringe on a copyright. I wouldn't do that. The 4-Hour Body. No, I'm not going to do that because it's pretty well known. Let's do Real Food for Real Fat Loss. Let's see what that does. And let's see. It's got 9 customer reviews, 5 stars, 128 pages. And March 7th, it was almost the same time that I did mine the last time. This isn't my book, by the way. And it's at 17,268. All right. And it's 88 in weight maintenance, and it's 90 in weight loss. All right. So all of the information is right here for you. I mean, what else do you have to do? Not that you're going to copy this book, but you could do something similar, or maybe put your own spin on it and have it written. But you can see that you have a good potential to get a recipe for success, because they're showing you the categories that they're in. They're showing you how well it's doing. How well it's been maintaining it. It's telling you in here. You can go into the description and you can learn what they're including. Okay, which I'll talk about that. Like this one right here gives you basically all of the chapters. This right here is what you're going to use, not this exact, but you're going to use this as ideas to give to your writer. And you're going to say, I need chapters on, 1 through 10. And that's basically all I did. All right. Now, again, I didn't copy anything. I just went off of something that I wanted myself, and I wanted more information, and I went out and got it. All right. But this book's doing okay. It's early yet, but this book's it's showing signs that it's going to do okay. All right. So that is how you really decide if a market's going to work. All right, and if it's not. So this has been kind of long, but I hope you get the idea. The other thing that I told my buddy Jim and I told my father is, as you're going through these, if you have a question or something doesn't make sense, let me know, and then that way I can do a follow-up video and maybe clear something up that I don't think that people need to know because I already know it, or I've already figured it out. A lot of times it's easier to do that. But anyway, you can see very, very great market is the health and fitness and the weight loss. But this isn't the only market. Relationship ones. I was showing my daughter. I've given her some ideas. You can go into that market, and it's huge. How to get your man back. How to tell if a guy loves you. All of those things. They're big markets. The recipes, I would be careful on doing recipes. A lot of people fall into that because they think it's quick and easy and they can just kind of swipe recipes. Amazon will find out about that and they'll ban your account, and then you won't be able to sell any ebooks at all, or any Kindle books. So I would stay away from that. But anyway, this is the tree. Remember the tree when you go in there. We can go all the way back now to Kindle Ebooks just by clicking there. And then from there, if I wanted to, let me show you one maybe. Let me go under History. And let me just go under that, and then let me just do under like Russia. Let's do this. Just kind of going. I'm just totally going on the fly here, and I just want to show you maybe something that's not doing as well. Let's go now to, like, I would never think to go in this market, but let's go all the way to 81 to 100, and let's just see how they're selling. If I go all the way down to something, let's see here. Let's do this one here. Stalin. It's only got 2 reviews. They don't look good. Probably someone just slammed a book together. October 25th is when it was put out. Yeah, see, 117,845. So that one's maybe selling a book every 3-4 days. So you see, that's a market that you wouldn't want to get into. So that's how you discover that. Right away, you'd be like, nope, not going to do that market. All right, and that's kind of how you decide. All right, so, and I just did that randomly. But in those other markets, if you can solve someone's problem, you're going to probably do okay. But you can definitely go and reverse engineer something that's already been done, and they have a ton of, parenting and relationships. It's a big market. I can just keep going here. Let me just go into here real quick. Family health. Let's go into there real quick, and you can see even aging parents, all that stuff. Right here, let's go into, let me go into something that's more like an ebook price range and stuff too. Here, vegetarian recipes. Again, recipes. So unless you're someone that's a chef and you have your own or your grandmother's recipes, I wouldn't do a recipe book. Let's see. Let's just go to this book just for kicks, just to see how it's doing at the 20 spot. And let me scroll down and see here. You see 1,024,000. You know why? Because that's in paperback. That's not a Kindle ebook. It says, oh yes, it is Kindle price. Oof, that's not a good market. So I'd stay away from that. Let me see. What am I in here? I am in family health. Let's go to this top one and see what the top one's doing. See, maybe family health isn't a good market. It's got 51 reviews. Kindle price. Let's see down here, 34,000. So see, that's the number one spot. It's only 34,000. So even if you got to the number one spot, you're only going to sell about 4 or 5 books a day. Not a good market. Okay, so you just figured that out. Okay, so you just discard that. Now maybe if you went into family and relationships, it might be better. So let's go into that and see what that does. Let's see out of the spin. Let's click on that real quick. Look at divorce. There's a bunch of stuff there. And scroll down. Again, this tells you everything just by going down here. 89. Yeah, that's a good market. 89. That one's selling hundreds, if not thousands. That's a good one. See how just selecting a different category can make a huge difference? Let me just go down now and we'll go to, let's just go down here. The Boy No One Loved, a heartbreaking true story of abuse, abandonment. Okay, now this, again, isn't really a how-to. It's more or less someone's story, which, hey, if you got a story and you think it can help someone, share it. That's what this person's doing, I think. And, yeah, 4,530. Book's doing well. Probably selling 40 copies, 50 copies a day. At $1.99, they're still at only 30% markup. If you go to $2.99 or more, you'll make more. You'll make 70% more. But anyway, or 70% commission. That's how you do it. That's how you select a category. So I hope this has helped. Your job now, or your task and your homework, is to do this and come up with maybe 5 different ones that you think are going to be winners. And then from there, I'll show you next on how you're going to go in and figure out how to come up with chapters, and then you can outsource it, and I'll show you how to outsource it, and then I'll show you how to publish it, and everything all the way through, everything that I did to get mine published and to start earning some income. So that's it. I know this video was kind of long, but I wanted to show you all that stuff. All right, so if you want to follow along with this, if you're seeing this on YouTube, just go to onlineincomeblogger.com and you'll be able to see all the videos there. And if you're on, or you can just subscribe to YouTube as well, and you'll probably get notified every time I post a new video. All right, so again, this is Scott with onlineincomeblogger.com, and I'll talk to you later.